Molly from Still Being Molly, and I'm back for another makeup tutorial. Today I'm going to do a tutorial based on the new Be A Star Pro Makeup eyeshadow palette. It's the neutral eyeshadow palette, and I was sent it to review, and spoiler alert, I really love it, and I wanted to create a look around it. So this could be a date night look, but this could also be kind of like a fun, flirty, out around the town, even running errands if you're really kind of feeling fancy look. So, I mean, it's kind of springy, it's kind of fun, it's got a pop of color, and really, I mean, I'm ready for spring, I'm ready for warmer weather, and I feel like this look just kind of makes me think of warmer weather. I don't know why, but it just kind of does. So anyway, I will cut to the chase. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial, and let's get started. Okay, as usual, I'm going to start off by priming my eyelids. I'm going to use the Be A Star Body Shimmer Base. So this this came with the eyeshadow palette that I got, but it is kind of their eyeshadow primer, but you can also use it any other place on your body where you might want to use glitter, but I don't really know where else you would want to use glitter every day other than your eyes. But anyway, so I actually really like, I've been using this since I got it, and it's actually really good. It's just a real creamy base. So I'm just going to put that all over my eyelid, all the way up to the brow bone, and then rub it right underneath of the eye as well. And then I'm just going to take my ring finger and just kind of rub it in and then tap it in along the eyeshadow. So it's along the eyelid. So it's really clear and creamy. It's not super sticky. So again, I have the Be A Star Neutral Eyeshadow Palette, and I mean, it's, you know, as neutral can get with a purple and a bright yellow in it. Sorry, that's my ESPN app. Awkward. So it's as neutral as you can get with purple and yellow in it, but it actually is a really fun palette, and the colors are super pigmented because, again, Be A Star makeup has been, you know, meant over the years for dance and theater people, and so it's meant to be super bold, but, you know, I want to show you how you can make a look, you know, kind of everyday wearable. So to start off, I'm just going to take kind of a fluffy shader brush, and I'm going to just go into this lightest color here on the outside, and I'm just going to dab my brush in the palette, tap off any excess, and then I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to lightly tap this all over my lid. And this one is just literally going all over the lid, just up to the brow bone and very lightly underneath of the eye. So I'm concentrating the color more on the lid. I'm going to go in again just to really pick up some more of the color. Concentrating the color really on the lid, but then gently kind of taking it up to the brow bone and underneath of my eyebrow. Next, then with just a kind of flat angled shader brush, this is one from e.l.f. It's called the Defining Eye Brush. I got it for $1 at Target. I'm going to go into this copper color, and I'm just going to pick up some of this copper color, tap off any excess, and then I'm just going to very lightly brush this one from the inner corner of my eye to about the inner third. I'm not going the whole way to the halfway point of the eyelid. I'm just lightly brushing it on the inner corner. Alright, great. And then with the other side of that same angled shader brush, I'm picking up this yellow color, and I am just lightly tapping it in the yellow color, tapping off any excess. And then this one, I'm literally just kind of going up the middle, the very middle of my eye. And I'm not picking up a lot of color because these are really pigmented eyeshadows, and I don't want this super bright color to be the standout color. And then with any fluffy shader brush will do, or fluffy kind of blending brush will do, I'm going to pick up this dark brown color that is in the middle, tap off any excess, and this one I'm going to concentrate on the outer edge, and again bring it into the crease. But again, these are really pigmented eyeshadows, so, you know, depending on how much you want to pick up, you know, you really want to be careful because you could very easily like make yourself look like a raccoon or something. Okay, and then with just a empty, there's no product on, very fluffy brush, this is a Bobbi Brown eye shader brush, I'm just going to go over and just blend it all together. And don't worry if it looks messy or if you have a lot of fallout. This is why we do the eyes first. So we're gonna go back in and clean it up later, but you just wanna make sure that all the colors are blended together. Then you're gonna go back in with that first shader brush, back into that yellow color, because now that we've got it blended in, we just wanna swipe this yellow color kind of all across the lid just to really give it a little bit more of a pop. So you've blended all those first colors together, but then you're going back in just to give it a little bit extra oomph, you know? Okay, great. Now, here's where we get a little bit creative. And again, I know that there's a lot of fallout and stuff. We're gonna go back in and clean it up later. So for all of you type A people, don't worry, because I'm one of those type A people too. So now here's where we have a little bit of fun. We're gonna use this purple color. So you can really do this one of two ways, and it's totally dependent on how bold you want it. So you could either use a pencil brush or you could use like a eyeliner brush, but you're gonna go in with it wet. So you're gonna just dampen it up a little bit however you want. I just use plain water. Some makeup companies you can use like a spray of some kind, whatever works best for you. I am actually going to use the pencil brush because I want it to be a little bit more bold, but again, if you want it to be a little less bold, you can use an eyeliner brush. So I just wet my brush in the sink, but you can wet it again with whatever you want. And then with it wet, I'm going to go into this purple color and pick up the purple color, just lightly tap it into the purple color. Tap off any excess. And then here's where you might want to use a mirror to be a little bit more, like a close-up mirror to be a little bit more precise or whatever. But you're just going to start from the outer edge of the bottom of your eye, and you're just going to lightly start bringing it in underneath and lining the bottom of your lash line with the purple. And bring it in all the way to the inner corner. And just bring it back. And then focus it in on the outer corner. So you're just gonna like lightly bring it in and then bring it back, focus it in. Then I'm actually going to even continue it up and take the kind of remaining part on the inner corner, or on the inner part of the top, excuse me, the outer part of my top eyelid, if that makes sense. So you're going in from underneath and then taking it back up and kind of lining your top lash line with whatever is left. So now you can see just kind of that the purple is just kind of lining underneath the eye. If you have green or hazel eyes, this is a really good, it's a good way to make your eyes really pop. So those are the eyeshadow colors. And again, I really like using the purple. Again, I know I kind of look raccoonish right now because I'm going to go in and clean it up. Don't stress. But if you want to go back over and just kind of with that fluffy brush, blend it in again. But I love using kind of like a bright color like the purple underneath my eyes because it just kind of adds a fun pop of color to the look. Okay, now is what we call cleanup time. So for all of you that were worrying about my raccoon look, don't worry, we're going to go in and really clean everything up. I'm going to use a primer, a foundation primer. I'm using the Stay Matte Primer by Rimmel London. And I'm just going to take a little bit, put it on a clean or new makeup sponge, and just dab it on and rub it in. One thing to be careful about when you are, once you've put a color like that purple on underneath of your eyes is, when you're putting on concealer and stuff, you want to make sure that you don't like cover it up too much. And I just threw my makeup sponge on the ground. We're good. We landed right side up. For foundation, I'm going to use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Treatment Makeup. And you're just gonna twist a little bit. I dab it on my nose, kind of rub a little bit under my eye. And then this is where you can really start to clean up a little bit. You can kind of go in around the eye where you've got a lot of fallout. Then going to go in with a foundation brush. This is the Bobbi Brown foundation brush. And I'm just going to kind of go in a circular motion. All over my face, but be very conscious underneath of my eyes. Okay, and one thing I like to do is if I don't feel like my foundation is really blended enough, I'll go in with a beauty sponge and just kind of really tap in any of the lines. We're then going to go in with a concealer. I'm using this Sonia Kashuk Confidential Concealer in Light or 03. And I'm just going to very carefully place this under the bags, you know, on the bags of my eyes and on any trouble spots. But again, I don't want to get it too close because I don't want to cover up that purple that we put in earlier. My ring fingers, I'm just going to tap it in lightly. Then for my setting powder, I'm using my MAC Studio Fix Foundation in NW20. I am almost out of it. And just with a fluffy foundation brush, I'm going to go in. And I always tap underneath of my eyes first. And then just brush it out. For blush, I want to go really neutral and just kind of natural looking. I'm using the Mercier blush in Rose Petal. Just taking a blush brush, tapping it on, and then just rubbing it on the apples of my cheeks. Down my nose, a little bit on my forehead. This is my favorite blush color. It's just super natural and really just feminine and pretty. And then once I've gotten my foundation on, my setting powder and blush, I like to just go in with like a just plain, no product, fluffy face brush and just kind of blend it all together. Time to fill in the eyebrows. I'm using this eyeshadow by Bobbi Brown in the color Blonde with an eyeshadow brush. Just tapping it in. Filling in my brows. Okay, after I do my foundation and stuff, I know this seems counterintuitive, but now is when I go in and do some eyeliner and mascara. I don't know why I do this after I do my eyes, after I do foundation. It's just kind of my routine. You don't have to do it this way. It's just the way I do it. So I'm just gonna line my waterline with the Rimmel London Scandalized Waterproof Kohl eyeliner. This is one of my absolute favorite eyeliners. It just works so well and stays on and it doesn't run in and give you eye goop and stuff like that. And so I'm just gonna go in and line my waterline. As usual, after I line my waterline, I go like this, just to blend it all together. For mascara, I am using the Rimmel London Scandal Eyes Mascara VolumeFlash in Extreme Black. I'm going to go in and curl my lashes first. And I'm just putting on mascara. So that's the look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope that you get to try it out. The Be a Star Makeup Eyeshadow Palette is not available yet, but will be, I think, the first week of March 2014. And it's going to retail for $8.75. So it's super affordable. I just love it. I love how, you know, pigmented the colors are, so you can really control the look that you get. You can really, you know, whether you want it to be super bold or a little bit more natural, you can really control the color, you know, on your eyes. And so I just think it's super flattering and really fun. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!